sort of a nerdy question for Bill Conda, and I apologize in advance. We were sort of discussing the other day like how this movie might fit into your other work.
Yeah.
We feel like there's a theme running through your films of societal repression, people sort of not being allowed to be themselves. And I'm wondering if you feel like that theme comes out in this movie.
I do. It would sound really pretentious to say that, but I do feel like I always hook into people who are outsiders in some way, who are yearning, and all these characters are. Jacob is yearning all the time, and both these other two like find a way to like live the lives that they were meant to. I won't say more, but yeah, I do definitely. Yeah.
Do you personally have a favorite scene in the movie?
Sorry. I didn't do that.
Do you have a favorite scene in the
Oh,
movie?
favorite scenes, right? Oh, that's a good one. Because I have a lot of them. I know that sounds like.
I've always been able to choose one for all the movies.
I was going to say Taylor's going to have a favorite.
Right.
No!
I'm about ready to let you down. I'm so sorry. I was going to say I've always been able to choose one for every single movie. But this one, I can't. It's just, I don't know, there's so much going on in this movie, and all of the characters are dealing with their own little things. It's impossible for me to choose, like, my favorite scene in this movie. Especially, I mean, Jacob changes so much from the beginning to the end, so, I mean, it's hard for me to choose, like, sorry.
Favorite scene? I really like. I'm gonna not say I have none of our scenes together because I don't want to offend you boys. But I'm gonna. There's a scene with me and Charlie at the wedding that I love so much, and also with Renee as well. One after the other. I really love them.
My favorite scene.
You haven't seen it.
Oh no, I think the blood scene is kind of like so different to everything else in the movie, and also it's for a fantasy series that has kind of youngish audience. I find it interesting. It goes quite far. It's quite hardcore. It's quite graphic. I mean, it wasn't doing it anyway. I was.
Very graphic.
Yeah. But there's no way to do it. I mean, if you read the book, there's literally no way to do it in any kind of tamed way. So it was fun. I felt like it was. That's that.
No, no.
Over there.
Bill, this is for you. When you were announcing this project, one of the points you made in quoting the original press release was that you were a big fan of Dark Shadows.
Yeah,
So I'd like to know what the appeal of that was to you and what you were feeling about the genres in general.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I was a kid, I would run home to see that show. Obviously, it was all kinds of fantasy creatures, mostly vampires and Barnabas Collins. There was something. God, I think it's like growing up in a very, intense Catholic household, maybe, or something. That makes it a little twisted. But I think it was that. But it's always I've always loved whatever vampire version, whatever new vampires come around. I've always been interested in as I was with Twilight.
Kind of ever wish that this was a small independent film that just ran like on the Sundance Channel at 3 o'clock in the morning? Your lives would be very different. How do you tune out the enormous distractions and try and just do your work?
If this was a tiny little independent movie that only ran on Sundance, then we would not be able to. We would be able to do movie justice. I mean, maybe the first few. This one is really a big movie, and it's nice to be indulgent. It's nice to shoot for 6 months with an A-lister, and yeah, sure. We wouldn't be sitting here doing a press conference about it. Maybe we'd be like sitting in some cool little snowy lofty place in Sundance. What I'm saying is there's really no difference. We'd be having the same conversation probably. So.
Over against the wall.
Hey guys, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us today. Comic-Con is all about like embracing your inner nerd. So, you know, throughout all these films and being together so much, what are some nerdy things, geeky things you guys have learned about each other?
Breakfast time.
Chris? I don't think Chris would say it's nerdy, but I guess.
I think I'm old.
Chris literally only watches the cooking channel, and especially on set, it's bizarre having she has a TV and the makeup trailer, which is always on.
It was dismal times.
It's her own diva-ish behavior. having a cooking channel on all times in every room.
And you all reap the benefits.
It's true, it's true. I'm thankful of that.
Taylor?
What?
Taylor. I have one that I'm not going to say.
Bill, do you have any, since you're able to like watch the three of us and like...
Taylor can dance, he never wants to sing.
No, that's true.
He can move his hips better than I will ever dream. Literally, it's crazy.
Come on.
No, he can move.
That's not nerdy, that's awesome.
No, you should see how he does it though. It's always so crazy to move.
You're right. I'll give you that one. In the hair makeup trailer.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where things happen.
Next.
All right, first of all, I guess I feel compelled to say, Taylor, if at some point you do want to stand up and show us how to dance, we will take that.
All right, thank you.
Okay, whatever's right for you. And then the other one could be, we talked a lot about the wedding scene, but maybe besides the wedding scene, for the actors, what scene were you most nervous or apprehensive about shooting, knowing we really got to pull this off?
I was pretty nervous about imprinting. I was given an X on a wall, correct? And
Well, what did you want her to be sitting on?
no. I don't know what I would have wanted. I don't think there was any ideal scenario here. But there was an X on a wall, and I had to walk into the room on the verge of killing this baby, and then stop, twist, and imprint on it, whatever that means. Stop, twist, and imprint.
Oh, Jacob's signature move.
It was challenging. I mean, I spent a lot of time talking to Bill and to Stephanie, and just been like, okay, guys, what exactly does imprinting even look like? I don't know. It was tough. So I sure hope it comes across all right.
Beautifully.
Beautiful twist. Beautiful twist.
You have that?
He's going to take all the one question.
I embarrassingly the only thing I was the thing I was most nervous about was taking my shirt off.
At least he's honest.
I mean, it's like, yeah, it's like in a series where it's so much of the books are about Edward's body and stuff. I managed to avoid having to show up the whole series, and the thing that in the book is almost every 3 pages. And like, it's just like, how can I swim with it? I mean, I can wear a t-shirt when I'm in the sea. Or a onesie.
Well, we're about to show that to the scene that
What?
really, yes, exactly.
Oh, no, that's a bad one though, because that was at the end of the shoot. The one from the beginning, I don't want to get my hopes up. But I like an inflatable Frankfurter.
This is for the actors. What was the most awkward scene you had to shoot, and what will you miss most about your character? Most awkward scene, and what will you miss most about your character?
Well, occasionally I couldn't pick up the kids sometimes. It was just, like, because there were different, you know, because we have Mackenzie Foy, who's an amazing little kid, like the coolest kid I've ever met, smarter than me in a lot of ways. Then we have these other little girls that would come in to play the younger version of Mackenzie, and they're all great, awesome little kids. It's just that I couldn't really not have them there with you every day. I'm awkward. I can't handle that. I mean, me and Mackenzie were awesome, but I just couldn't really deal with like I looked ridiculous. Like you know, they're bigger than me in some cases. Like it was like,
Well, I
should
think-
have like grown my head or something.
You're talking about one kid specifically, but.
Yeah, that was just
Yeah.
not a cool way.
This girl had to run towards Billy Burke, and instead she kept running into a wall, and, you know, and so I was like, no, you gotta carry her, and of course, you said, okay, I'll do it, and then she treated her.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that. That should have been the wall.
And, no, right?
I was holding her, and that's fine. She was so nervous, and she shouldn't have been. She probably, you know.
It's really funny.
This is probably not a great answer.
There was a-
You probably want something like, you know, well, did you know that scene was weird? Because on one side.
We did, so I was talking about the baby, just talking about me for some reason. We had an animatronic baby for one bit, which was where we had to introduce, I think it was your scene where you had to be introduced to the baby for the first time.
Yeah.
And like,
And in the book, that is, wow, my God, like one of my favorite parts, and then to know that you're not going to be looking at a child.
and to see literally Chucky from Child's Play.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and the guy's like sweating right below your island. Get the hand up to touch your face, and then it sticks to your hair and pulls a little bit, and you're like, oh, get the thing off me! Give me a baby, this is ridiculous. And it had hair, and it's a newborn baby, and I know that that's in the book, and you can imagine how cool that would be, but.
oh, have you ever seen a baby with a wig on?
Yes.
Well, they don't have the trolls on because they're going to have pencil.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing, I was looking at the Dale did that, and I called cut, and then the baby's eyes will start moving. It's like, it's the creepy strange.
Chucky with anything?
All right, we're just out of time to make our final collation. This woman is the last question.
Hi. Now, the point was raised earlier that a large component of the Twilight fan base is, of course, middle-aged to older women, particularly for Rob and Taylor. How have you kind of learned to deal with that over the years? And is it still creep you out, or is it flattering?
I mean, I'm not creeped out at all by it. It's like, it's almost like, it's kind of, I guess to be creeped out by, you have to just be creeped out by middle-aged women.
It's true.
But I'm not. So yeah, I mean, you know, people, different strokes for different folks, I guess. I don't know what that means.
But no complaints here.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Good, thank you.
Thank you.